Hello again and welcome to the Media Leader Live. I'm Omar Oakes and I'm joined by Shirley Hughes, who is Head of Global Sales and Customer Experience at Ryff. Now Ryff, you're an interesting company because you do in-scene advertising. So welcome to FTV Global. Explain to our audience what is in-scene advertising and why they should care about it.
Well, first of all, thank you for having us here. I'm very excited to be here at this great conference. So in-scene advertising is also what's called product placement. So it's actually putting brands into content, any type of content, whether it's a television, a movie, a social piece of content, a music video, whatever have you, but we're actually inserting that brand to be a part of the story.
And a lot of the big focus of this conference is always how do you measure the effectiveness of advertising, lots of different commercial solutions. How do you demonstrate that in-scene advertising works? How do you prove its effectiveness?
So there's a lot of ways, but one of the things we do is we give impressions back off the back of a campaign to show that we've reached a large audience. We also do brand lift studies, and what we can find from that is purchase intent, brand uplift in brand awareness, brand attention. We've just come off the back of a couple of those programs where we've had some amazing results. 27% brand uplift and 8% uplift in purchase intent for a spirits brand partnership that we just got done with some in-scene advertising around films in September. So it really is effective and actually can drive top-of-funnel awareness for brands.
And what problems essentially do you think that you're trying to solve? I mean, we've spent so much time thinking about advertising inventory, commercial breaks, etc. But I suppose I always think of Netflix, which before they started getting into the spots game, they kind of did so much with Stranger Things and different properties where they really lent into product placement. I mean, generally for media owners, product placement isn't new, but in-scene advertising, what are you really trying to solve with that?
Yeah, so product placement has been around, traditional product placement has been around for a very long time. I come from that background, and so I really understand it. And we work side by side those agencies as well. But what virtual product placement does is it is a lot of things. Your point about ad inventory, we know the conversation is that there's going to be less ad inventory in the next 18 months, and that's not only in the US but globally, right? And trying to solve that problem. We have the ability through what we do to go into back catalog content. We can actually help content providers monetize that content. We can help content providers and creators with projects that might be deficit financed, right? So they've got money, they maybe don't have quite enough money to make the content, so we can help with that because we bring brands to the table that obviously pay to be a part of that. We also, bring new eyeballs and can be in different places contextually for brands and help tell the story and putting them in the right place. We also help with brand safety, and we have the ability through our AI and through our systems to make sure that everything that's done with that brand is a safe environment, it's a contextually correct environment, and again, that we're telling the right story. The other thing that I like to talk about is we're also sustainable. We're not sending thousands of pieces of product or multiple cars or other things to set that you maybe never get back or is a perishable item. So those are dollars that brands have to spend to do that. We don't need those products. We do it all virtually. So it's another way that we feel good about saving the planet as well as saving our brand clients money as well.
And increasingly that's a big focus, not just for advertisers but for media owners as well, becoming more sustainable, having more sustainable inventory. I mean, in practice, how do you work with content owners, media owners to bring about virtual product placement? Yeah,
so we have an entire team dedicated to creating partnerships with our content providers as well as the playout partners. And we create a relationship with them. They're clients as well, right? Just like brands and agencies are our clients, so are the content providers. We work with them to create a relationship, whatever that might be. Every deal looks different, but they allow us access to their content. And we go through all their security measures, everything that they need to feel comfortable with us having access to their content, so we can then insert the brands into and then deliver it back to them for play out.
And I suppose on streaming as well, you have the option to do geolocated virtual product placement, so what you see in one market might be different to another.
We're just starting the roadmap to being able to do that. But yes, that is the hope, that we will be able to do that at scale. But that is part of the plan. And yes, brands definitely have been asking for that. Absolutely.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Shirley, thank you so much for talking to us on Media Leader Live. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.